Welcome to the fireside chat where we are going to be talking to you further about the ambassador program and how you fit into this, answer any of your questions. And we also have some wonderful ambassadors who are on the call right now who will go into breakout groups and answer some of your questions and share their experiences. Before we get started, I wholeheartedly acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples as the first people of Australia. I pay respects to elders past, present and emerging of the many First Nations groups as the custodians of the land where we work, meet and gather, and recognise that these have been places of teaching, learning and sharing of songlines for thousands of years. Today I present to you on the lands of the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation. I acknowledge their stories, their traditions and those of the traditional custodian nations which you reside and work upon as well. I acknowledge how these contribute to the positive health and well-being of our communities. And I extend this acknowledgement to other First Nations people on the call here today. And if you have not been part of any of these sessions previously, these are a few tips. So please do try to keep your video on where you can and get ready to get unmuted, because in those breakout sessions, you will be asked to interact, ask questions and possibly even share your own experiences or insights. Where you can, please reduce your distractions, turn your phone upside down so you don't get notifications. Do also keep your LinkedIn URL handy, because it's always wonderful to see everyone here sharing and connecting as well. And LinkedIn is one of those wonderful tools that enables that to happen quite quickly. And if you have any technical issues, please do use that chat box, or you can also call or email straight away, and someone in our wonderful events team at LASA will be able to support you. And what are we going to be covering over the next hour? We are going to talk about quickly NextGen, how it began, what is NextGen, and then really talk to you about the LASA NextGen Ambassador Council. This is what you're here for. We're going to talk to you why it was created, what to expect, why you should apply. And there's also that meet, ask and share with our ambassadors as well. And then we'll come back for further Q&A and also a quick debrief. So quickly, LASA is the National Association for all providers of aged services across residential care, home care and retirement living or seniors housing. And this is the organisation that LASA NextGen sits within. Our purpose is to enable high-performing, respected and sustainable aged services that support older Australians to age well by providing care, support and accommodation with quality, safety and compassion always. So you can see that our purpose and our our members, 56% are not-for-profit, 36% are for-profit and 8% are public providers. We have a very wide variety of members and we're very proud to support them, to support our older adults in our communities. So this is one of the very first photos of LASA NextGen. This was taken in 2018, even before LASA NextGen began. So in April 2018, and you'll see Paul is on this call as well, who was a part of this original team. LASA brought young professionals across a variety of different backgrounds. Some are audiologists, physiotherapists, diversional therapists, architects, recruiters, consultants, lawyers, security specialists, entrepreneurs, and direct care providers. So such vast and different experiences about the aged services sector, but they all had a strong passion to ensure that our workplaces and our roles were communicated with strength, with passion, and this was done through a launch of the very first NextGen forum, which was hosted in Perth and was very well attended. And then the success from this then resulted in LASA really thinking about how to launch this on a national scale. And that's in 2019 in March. That's when I came on board to help initiate and grow NextGen into what it is today. Yeah, well, that's if you can please go on mute at the moment, that would be wonderful. There's a bit of background noise. So LASA NextGen is a wonderful national initiative designed to attract the best and brightest young leaders and professionals to steer the aged services industry through a period of growth and unprecedented change. And we are all about supporting you to be part of this. We want to ensure that all young professionals, those who are under the age of 40, are part of the conversations that affect the future of our workplaces and our older loved ones. And the best thing is that this initiative is open across Australia in rural, urban, and remote environments, and also to LASA members and non-members. So it is very unique. And for those of you who are on the call who haven't seen this slide before, you can see that we are definitely looking for those who are currently or aspire to be in leadership roles. And while we list a few of the professionals that have participated in our programs, it's certainly not limited to what you see on your screen. If you have a passion for age services and work within an organisation that delivers services or products or consults with this population, then you are the young leaders that we want to ensure that we are capturing, hearing your feedback and ensuring that we are building and communicating about the robust, dynamic and innovative careers that are available to us. Since 2019, we have had great impact across our country in communicating to our current leaders about the importance of engaging young professionals, not only in schools and universities and those direct entry level roles, but also across the variety of different leadership levels to ensure that you guys stay engaged and inspired by what's currently happening and help you feel connected and inspired by those who are your peers and others who are really passionate and aligned to what you guys believe in. So you can see that we have really had some great impact by connecting with almost 7,000 leaders since we started. We are part of the LASA Excellence in Age Services Awards, and last year we had the inaugural Next Gen Young Leader Awards start, which was fantastic. And we've had regular and interactive events sort of like this one, and I'll share more about that later. And we've had really great impact in getting the message out that our industry is really engaging with young professionals like you, and our ambassador program is a key part of that. And also a key part of it is the organisations who are community partners, who are organisations that recognise young professionals as dynamic, innovative, and want to be involved in direct impact. And they want to see the impact that they make in their work. And age services is one of the great ways that support them to see how they are supporting, driving, and innovating in a way that really helps communities such as our older adults and those that support them to live a beautiful life and recognise that there is so much that can be done to support them as they get into their older ages. But this is our ambassador program. In March 2019 was when NextGen was created. But to ensure that we had a community of our peers, we really wanted to ensure that we were co-creating and building a network of young leaders. We wanted to ensure that not only myself, who was a young leader, but other people who were under the age of 40 were part of advocating for our sector's future and building a platform where we could really connect with each other, because that was something that I was missing when I started out 8 years ago in this sector. In the past, we know that the insights and experiences of young people were shared mostly within their professional networks, so OTs with OTs, nurses with nurses, allied health with allied health, or architects with architects, and they stayed within the organisations we work within. LASA NextGen is bringing organisations like our community partners, professions, leaders, across all these different professional groups and across different leadership levels to ensure that we can connect with our passion to grow in our professional roles, to grow in our leadership skills, but also to grow and support this age services community and ensure that it continues to thrive and continues to evolve into what we know it can look like. We want to make sure that we are all part of making a difference in the lives of our elders and that of our peers. So who are the ambassadors? So if you are looking to be an ambassador, we are looking for you to be looking beyond organisational borders to address the challenges young people can face. Those bedside to boardroom roles. We have applications from people who are care workers, nurses, allied health professionals, and also we currently have ambassadors who are in CEO roles or supporting CEO roles. So If you are looking to apply, you must be under the age of 40 at time of your application. And if you do progress to over age of 40 while you are an ambassador, that is completely fine. You need to make sure that you hit that age under age of 40 anytime that you apply or reapply for the role. You must be employed in an age services clinical role or a non-clinical role. So you must be in those organisations that directly support or older adults or provide support to those who are in those direct care roles. And you must be leading across any level and see yourself as a leader or see yourself as wanting to be in those leadership levels or in a leadership role. You don't have to necessarily progress. And you must be ready to get involved in the projects, events, and support initiatives that directly impact us, young professionals, and the future of the aged services sector. So we do that in a number of ways, which I'm sure our ambassadors will talk to you a bit about, but I can also answer a few questions about that later on. So I really want to quickly share with you, you might be unfamiliar with the structure. So NextGen sits within Leading Age Services Australia and their Centre for Workforce Innovation and Workforce Development and Innovation. So NextGen is really closely aligned with the vision and mission of LASA, and where we provide support is we really align to the Matter of Care report and providing advice and input through to different strategic areas within LASA, but also to other departments and other non-government organisations like the Aged Care Workforce Industry Council or the Human Services Skills Organisation. We really want to make sure that they hear the voices of professionals like our ambassadors and those working in our community partners as well. So within the ambassador structure, this ambassador structure, you can see that we have just under myself in the principal advisor role, we have the National Council. So their role is to coordinate and support our NextGen committees. Currently, we're thinking there's going to be about 15 ambassadors sitting on that, and looking at some of the applications that have come through, we know that a lot of the time we've had, or even previously, they were mainly in our executive and upper leadership levels. But we also want to make sure that we have key positions for those who are in the emerging leader level, who also want to really accelerate their leadership skills and also get a bit of governance and support in really driving accountability. So we are making sure that we include at least one or two of those emerging leader roles on that National Council. And then not necessarily underneath it, but where we see the majority of the work happening and the majority of the insights and the great discussions is our ambassador committees. And the role here is where we coordinate, initiate, and support activities that are aligned to areas of strategic interest and expertise. So we do have areas of strategic interest for those who have applied. You'll see that it's around engagement and development, talking about leadership pathways, attraction. There's also events and communication. And the number of committees can evolve as we move forward. And it also depends on a lot of instances around what key projects are going to be made, and also the discussions that are happening on our ambassador councils. At the moment, we're seeing that mainly our ambassadors on those committees will be on one committee. But if you have multiple passions and you want to support multiple projects and you have the time available, there may be scope for you to sit over multiple committees if that's something that you'd like to discuss. But what exactly do the committees do, and what might that look like? So at the moment, it's regularly attending meetings. Every second month, we have ambassador meetings where all ambassadors are expected to attend. We also expect that those who are in our ambassador initiative, they really are supporting our programs. They're sharing it across their social channels, but also really helping us hear from you and what subjects are available, what are the hot topics that you guys want to discuss, and ensure that we are delivering what you guys want as young professionals to be. What experts do you want to listen to, and making sure that we're hitting the mark and delivering what you guys want. Ambassadors also provide advice and insights on issues affecting them and their peers. You are part of identifying innovative projects and events to support young industry professionals. And again, that's based on those areas of strategic interest. There's so much that we can do, but we really focus on those key strategic areas around the matter of care report, and also in special instances that may go beyond that scope, but we mainly focus on that matter of care report and strategic areas that we've identified within that. We also, our ambassadors share their expertise and passion for aged services through industry presentations and fireside chats just like this. We have our ambassadors write regular articles. They do interviews, and we also make sure that they are part of sharing the passion for the sector through many different initiatives and helping them be seen as the role models that they are, and continuing to advocate for them and continuing to push them and support them if they feel that they would like support in any of these areas as well. So if you feel that you are someone who might be a bit afraid of public speaking, that is completely fine. We provide you with a lot of support and coaching around that. If you want to do writing, but you write articles about your experiences in aged care or other areas that align to the Ambassador Initiative, then we definitely provide you with support around how you can, craft that, and we help you get that out to other industry publications. We really want to make sure that we are supporting the leadership growth of our ambassadors and helping them be recognised as the amazing experts and leaders that you are, and doing everything that we can. So what we're going to do now is, I'm not going to take questions just yet. What we're going to do is we're going to now have our ambassadors quickly just jump off mute, do a quick intro and a wave, and then we will go into our breakout groups where each of you will be randomly allocated into these sessions to have a quick intro with them, ask some questions, and then we'll come back after a period of time to answer even more, or for you guys to share your experiences as well. So we'll start with Ainsley.
Hi, my name's Ainsley. I'm coming to you all from Brisbane. For the past 2 years, I've been the chair for the Queensland Ambassador Council. So we're changing that up a little bit, and I'm looking forward to the new layout of the dedicated committees. And I'm currently the aged care manager for a consulting firm that works in aged care and disability space. So we provide support to providers to do an amazing job that you do. So that's me, and I look forward to seeing some of you in the breakout session.
Perfect. Thank you, Ainsley. And Kai?
Hey guys, Kai Zadmeta. I've been a national ambassador for the last couple of years. I work in banking, so at Commonwealth Bank, but specifically around the seniors living sector, and I'm based in Sydney, but sort of travel around the country a bit, not so much in the last couple of years, but yeah, look forward to catching up and chatting to you guys very soon.
Thank you, Kai. Emma?
Hi, I'm Emma. I've been part of the Queensland Ambassador Council for the last couple of years. I'm a clinical nurse manager at a single site aged care facility in Queensland, and I'm looking forward to meeting some of you.
Yay. Thanks, Emma. Jamie?
Hi everyone, my name's Jamie. I am on the National Council, and most recently the Deputy Chair of the National Council. I work in Benevolent Living, and I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager. We are a standalone aged care provider in Rockhampton, Central Queensland.
Thanks, Jamie. Beck?
Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see everyone on this call. I'm the chair for the National Ambassador Council. I started off as a deputy chair, and unfortunately we had our chair run away from us and go and have a baby, so I stepped up to the chair role, but we're looking forward to having her back on board, Nikki. I'm a management consultant. I work across dementia, professional branding in aged care, and then also work on digital engagement strategies as well. And I'm really looking forward to the breakout rooms and being able to meet each of you individually.
Thanks, Beck. Eshna?
Good morning, everyone. So nice to see you all bright and early. I'm Eshna. I have been part of the National Council for the last 2 years. It's been an amazing experience. My background, I did work in aged care in past, but currently I am in New South Wales, based off in Newcastle, and I work in the disability sector. Looking forward to chatting to you all in the chat room.
Thanks, Ash. Paul.
Hey guys, I'm Paul. As you saw from that beautiful photo shoot, been with the National Council from the start. So I've been on for the last couple of years. My background, I'm a physio and currently manage the sort of WA team within Planet Healthcare, and looking forward to chatting in the breakout group.
Thank you, Paul. And Cassie.
Thanks, Sam. Hi, everybody. I'm Cassie. I am an executive manager for a standalone aged care and retirement living facility in lovely Port Macquarie. I've been with the Next Gen initiative for the last 2 years as the New South Wales chair, and really excited to continue with Next Gen moving forward, and see you soon.
Wonderful. Thank you all, ambassadors. It's so wonderful to have you here. We are now going to randomly allocate you all to one of these ambassadors. So you'll see the pop-up hitting your screen now. Just click on that, and I look forward to seeing you back in about 20 minutes. And just press the record button again in case those people who are watching online would like, when we put it up on YouTube, if they would like to hear some of the questions or insights that you guys are now sharing. So thank you all for coming back. I know there were quite small, tight-knit groups, which is always really good to get into the nitty-gritty details. I'll quickly go to Cassie. Cassie, how did your group go? Were there any insightful questions or anything that you feel needs to be shared?
I had a really great little diverse group. It was, I think, Sam, one of my passions in Next Gen has been about highlighting the non-clinical side of being involved in the industry, and all of us. I mean, we had an occupational therapist, we had an auditor. Sorry, can't remember exactly what it was, but some sort of auditor, and someone else who was, not clinical at all. So that was, a really, really great snapshot. One of the questions that I got asked just at the end that I couldn't quite answer, because I didn't have it right on my screen, but I do now, was just around the areas of strategic interest in terms of the projects. So engagement and development, leadership pathways, attraction, and events and communication is what's been discussed at the moment. So that was just to answer a question that I got there at the last minute.
Definitely. And in your application, when you go through that, you'll see that there's an opportunity for you to rank them in order of importance. So we'll do our best to put you in an area that you align with and you feel comfortable with, and then we'll have discussions if it goes anywhere past your top 3. Past your top 2. So yeah, lots of opportunities for you to share what your passion is, and make sure we get you in an area that you align with. How about you, Kai?
Yes, I sort of echo what Cassie said in terms of it was interesting, to have, there's only 4 of us in the group, but everyone sort of came from quite a different sort of aspect of the sector. So that was really cool. And there were lots of insightful questions from Alicia, Ben and Ed. Yeah, I mean, a couple of them, good ones, were sort of around understanding, what the opportunities are in terms of flexibility with working within the platform. Obviously, life throws lots of curveballs at us and lots of opportunities. So I think that, just sort of to echo what I was saying before, it's just, there's obviously plenty of opportunity to work flexibly within the initiatives that we have, and in the way that it's sort of structured moving forward allows you to make sure that you can participate where possible to the maximum, on specific things, and over the 2-year period, there's going to be lots of opportunities to work on different things, and sometimes people are going to be stretched at work or at home or whatnot, and there's certainly a lot of understanding around that.
Good point. And it's also a good point to be raised as well, is that we've had people who become new parents while they have been in their ambassador role, and we've enabled them to take a bit of time off from this volunteer commitment, and then we keep regularly touching base to make sure that they can return when it suits them, and giving them as much space as they need so that they can gradually come back if that's something that aligns to them. But if their priority shifts, that's completely fine as well. So we definitely are completely flexible. Should it be new parenthood, you can take on a care role, or other aspects pop up in your life, we want to make sure that we have that communication there, so we understand what your pressures are, we can support you where we can. Any questions that have popped up since you guys have had your discussions, or any insights you would like to share? Anyone at all?
Hey Sam, I will. I had a really diverse group. There was an architect, care manager, and HR. So yeah, it was really good to speak to each of the individuals, Lynn, Steve, and Georgia. And they're wanting to know, because their skill set, say HR in that workforce planning, Lynn's actually looking to kind of broaden her skill set and be able to provide value around 2 committees, given the time constraints, and she has the aspirations and the capacity to do that. So yeah, going through the structure, like Kai said, and offering some opportunities, and it is quite fluid in how we structure them, and really empowering each of those committees to be able to deliver on those strategic objectives. And it's their passion projects. So it's what you're passionate about and fall within that, so you are dedicated and you are putting your best foot forward for LASA.
Well said, Beck. Thank you. How about you, Stacey Hudson? How did you find your session? Anything pop out to you in what was shared?
Yes, it was good. We just asked about opportunities and obviously the time that is to be given. So I think a few other groups mentioned that was discussed as well.
Perfect. Yeah. And as you go through the application online, it also reiterates that as well. So if you haven't written it down, you'll also get access to this recording, and it's also reshared in that online application as well. Any further questions before I share my screen? If not, please make sure you can chuck them into that chat box as we go forward, and the ambassadors can point them out to me as I stare at my screen as we go forward, and just let me know if anything pops up. So what I know that some of you might be thinking is what happens if your application isn't successful? So we do have a large number of people who do apply, and not everyone may be successful. So just being unsuccessful doesn't mean that you're not a leader. What we're trying to do is we're making sure that we have diverse leaderships, diverse backgrounds that are our ambassadors. And that means that we have the amazing support workers, accountants, executive managers, CEOs, hospitality people, kitchen hands, everyone who applies. We want to make sure that we have that breadth of experience. So we're doing our best to make sure not only do we have that depth represented, but we also have people who are in urban, remote, and rural locations as well. So there's a lot for us to really have a look at and make sure that we're understanding all the different challenges that can arise for young professionals. So if you find yourself applying and then knowing that there are other avenues that you have to undertake to be further involved, you know, there's our email list that you can subscribe to, which gives you opportunities to share your insights, get involved in events, and also contribute more in different areas. So there'll be surveys going out to hear your feedback on certain issues, as well as we encourage you to also follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook, so that, because the email list and LinkedIn are our key platforms, and that's where not only do we share the blogs and the interviews of our ambassadors and all the really insightful things that young professionals are achieving, it's also an opportunity for you to get further involved and interact, build your network, and establish yourself and build the skills as that emerging role model and leader and current leader in our sector. And we want to make sure that you are part of this opportunity to be inspiring others, and there's so much for you to do. So Natalie, our amazing event supporter, has just put down the links there. So please do make sure you register for the email. And we also have our website for more information about a lot of the other initiatives that are available. And just, I know I didn't mention it previously, is that these roles become vacant every 2 years, and our current ambassadors do reapply and seek to get re-involved in this. So they do go through this process as well. And there may be options opening up where we have people who their priorities reshift. Maybe they become a new parent and they decide that they need to step back and give themselves a bit of space. So there may be options for vacancies as we move forward as well, for us to relook at your application and see if you're still available. So other ways that you can get involved, as said, is the email and LinkedIn. And we also have our VNext sessions, which happen on pretty much on the first Thursday of every month. And they're pretty much they use these breakout sessions, and they're very robust, slightly bigger groups where you can share experiences, ask questions. And the one we have coming up is on parenthood, where we're talking about surviving the work, career, and parenthood juggle. So if you are either a new parent, you're thinking about becoming or exploring parenthood as a working parent, or you're looking at how you can support other young people in your role as they move through these transition, then it is a really good session to hear from young leaders as they share their experiences. And we also have one happening in August, which is all around change management, helping to build those solutions and those key active, and how you can be that active driver of change in those change management processes. We have some really good speakers who will also be presenting on that. Our other opportunity, if you are looking to further build your network, we have our program, which is the LASA mentoring program that starts very soon, and you get matched with an executive and a leader who has a strong background in age services, who is external to your organisation. And we do provide coaching, support, and online resources to really help you build your confidence and your leadership capacity through mentoring. And there's a lot of support that's available. So please, Natalie, again, thank you, Nat, has shared the link in our comments section. And it is a brilliant resource. And I know that there are individuals on the call who are currently mentors or who are mentees in this. And it's one that I cannot recommend highly enough. And finally, our amazing community partners. These are organisations, as I mentioned previously, who are so open to supporting their young professionals and the leadership development across their organisation and through all leadership levels. So a huge thank you to Healthcare Australia, HealthStrong, Ibis Care, Above and Beyond Group, and Churches of Christ, and of course Leading Age Services Australia. I just cannot thank them enough for being part of this and ensuring that this continues to succeed. Does anyone have any questions before we officially close with 4 minutes to go? We've answered all your questions. Excellent.
Does that mean it's sold? You're all signing up. Yay!
Yes. How did your group go, Ainsley? What did you guys talk about?
We talked about a few different things, but what I really loved was we all went around and kind of talked about what we do, what our role is, where we work. And from that, we all kind of just started talking shop a little bit. And I was likening that to being part of Next Gen, because I've never found my tribe of people that speak my language. And it's so beautiful to now have those people to do that with. So I was like, see, this is just what it's like being in Next Gen, is we get to talk shop, and whether it be sharing the positives or the frustrations or new ideas. There are a lot of innovators and new business starter and owners in my group, so that was really cool too. So
and that's the thing that I love about it, is like my friends don't get aged care, and it's a passion of mine. So when I can connect with other people who are similar ages and similar career aspirations, then yeah, it's really good that, you know, we can just jump on a call when there's a challenge, or, you know, reach out and get some resources, people that we trust. So yeah, it's really awesome.
And I also kind of said that if you need buy-in from your organisation to support you with the time that you need to commit to this, then don't forget to tell them that, you know, there's positives in it for your organisation as well. The organisation I work for, you know, they plaster me all over the marketing and put my name in grant and tender applications and things like that, because I'm connected to this group and the beautiful reputation that the brand has built. So that was enough for them to give me the time to do this for me and the organisation at the same time. So don't forget. That's my Ainsley's tip. That's it.
Perfect tip. And we're just going to keep talking a bit further. So if you feel that you've got everything that you need, feel free to stick around. Thanks everyone for being involved. Do reach out if you have any further questions. Everyone will get access to the link probably tomorrow with a YouTube link, so you can rewatch it or share it within your organisation. So thank you everyone for being here, and do feel free to stick around and join in the conversations as they happen.